Yeah?
That's right, yes.
And then you go to the area wherever
Yeah.
you think the
And
heartbeat is.
set.
That is what I always forget. And then I think, why don't I hear it? And I
Yeah.
see it, set.
Yeah, that's when you hear it.
Yeah. Very important. Pee-wee, well, what I say, enter. Yeah.
What's that one?
And once you don't hear, I want to go out again. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's, it's more or less the same. It's just,
Yeah.
okay. Color business, if I would like to see, if it's a very early one and I'm doubting if it's an
You
ectopic,
shouldn't put it.
then you can do the DP, PD.
Yeah, you can do the PD. Yeah.
Where does the PD Doppler? What's
Power
the P?
Doppler.
Yeah. You go to the area.
Yeah, and you see the color there.
Okay. And if I, and again this is out, yeah. If I would enlarge my picture,
Yes.
because normally you want a bit bigger, so I'm still in my first trimester thing.
You zoom it. If
This
you want
one.
to enlarge your picture, yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to zoom this, okay? And then you're going to put the color here.
And the same with the
Exactly.
here.
Yeah.
So this is an important
Zoom,
one.
enlarging
Zoom
the
in.
picture.
Yeah, and that is just turning around, yeah. Yeah, and sometimes, but that was for the gynae bit that I wanted a bit higher, and that is the one next door then.
Depth and, yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's,
I get it.
that is what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but I just know that I
Yeah.
wanted a bit, okay. And then the cervix, because I manage, because that's the main thing, gynae-wise. The cervix of
Yeah.
the pregnant woman.
Yeah.
That was the gynae program again, and I think that it showed cervix then.
Okay, do you want it to show cervix? Do you want that to be
See,
seen as cervix? Like, for example, anything that you want to generally measure. For example, if it's cervical, do you trace or do you just take the distance?
I just take the distance.
So here, if you're doing an obstetric case and you want to measure the cervix, what I would do is freeze. I would just take my caliper and measure the cervix and give a printout.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Freeze caliper.
Yeah, caliper.
Okay, but obviously I'm now still in the
Obstetrics.
yeah, but
It won't make any difference. It
No.
will come in the report. Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Instead of going back to
gynae
another program,
and doing all that, you can do it right here.
but then this is an early pregnancy,
Yeah.
and then it's not important to do your cervix.
Yeah.
It is more the 28, 30 or
Correct,
24.
correct.
So then
If you do it in this or you do it in that, it's the same thing.
it's the same.
Doesn't matter.
I-
Okay.
Okay, I understand. So, obstetric, just because I want to see if the head is down and show the heartbeat or sometimes it's just nice. So then I go to my other probe, yeah? So I go, just enter and whatever. That's always a good. It's like taking the plug out.
Still
So
OB.
I am in OB, yeah.
Start exam, doctor.
Okay, because I can also choose.
Abdomen.
Imagine I have a suspicion. Sometimes fibroids, are too big for my transvaginal, and then I go
you
to
can use
abdominal.
gynae itself.
Still gynae.
Still gynae.
Okay.
Anything related to the uterus, ovary, gynae.
You can still do the gynae.
Yes.
So I only use the two buttons, gynae and
Yes.
OB.
Yes.
No, okay, I just swipe them as well. Okay.
Yes.
So where did I go to obstetric?
Obstetrics, doctor.
And then
Start.
I did go to because I'm
You want to
later.
change the probe, is it?
Yes.
Probe, doctor.
Good probe.
Sorry.
It's the important button.
Yeah. And I know in general I think the picture is nicer with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to more use it. I didn't have that in my first job, only in
Okay.
Gibraltar. Okay, but I'm in obstetric, but I'm a bit later in the pregnancy, normally.
Trimester 2 plus 3 trimester.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you call
Mhm.
in general. Hey,
Hey. We need to fix it again.
but obstetric-wise, I look different.
But this is a probe, you can't put it down. I mean, that's how you scan, right?
No.
Even that you make it upside down.
But I know it's not the same as my gynae set.
Yeah.
because otherwise you get confused with
Yeah.
but I still look from the other way
If
around.
you want to do it, you need to do it like this.
Old-fashioned.
You want me to
Yeah.
shave it?
No, because I know in my that sometimes I think, hey,
Mm.
I need to do that the other way around. So I have the
Okay.
feeling that I always looked.
Yeah. So you can just change it from
Yeah, that's easier from that
Mm.
way. Yeah. And then it's just head down. It's just the same
Yeah.
thing. It's quite a heavy probe.
Yeah, it's
Oh, sorry, that was. Who's tinging? Am I tinging?
I think from
no,
your
it's
stop.
my
Okay.
phone.
Ah.
Sorry.
Is it heavy? Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. But now it's important. Well, I find that out probably which side
Okay.
towards
So
myself.
this is
and
going to be your right, and this is towards the head. So when
exactly.
you're scanning, this has to be towards the right of the patient, and when you change it,
Yeah.
it has to be towards the head of the patient.
So yes.
Mm.
No, but that is a funny bit that I was trained
Mm-mm-mm.
from that side.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just different countries,
Yeah,
different
I
thing.
know.
So this is the right side
Yes,
of the patient and
yes.
this to her nose.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Okay, yeah, that's the same. Yeah. Right. Abdominal. Okay. And then the same for the heartbeat is
Everything is the
exactly,
same,
it's
yes.
exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
And I don't use calc as such, so I just defreeze to get my picture.
Pictures.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, it's weird if you have to think about what you do. You know what I mean? If they ask make a list what you do in the morning, you forget half
Mm.
to write it down, and you do it automatically.
Yeah, I know. It's automatic,
Yeah.
one after the other.
Yeah,
You'll try figuring it out. Now you know what it is.
the basic
Yeah,
things.
the basic things.
And then you had all the tips because 3/4 I did forget, but we have to use your. Sorry, that's just the buttons.
Yeah.
Just when do you use the archive? Always.
Archive is used whenever you want to retrieve your images back.
Yeah.
Whatever you're saving here, if you want to retrieve it back, you want to have a
You
look.
want to look at it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even long time?
Yeah,
Mm.
of course.
And you said something.
Some small tips that I would like to give you.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be-
Now we can perhaps go to the
The
tips.
tips.
especially the gynae.
Yeah.
Can you see here? Harmonic frequency.
Mhm.
Harmonic frequency high for thin patients where you don't want much of penetration. You can see your images well and good. The moment you feel, okay, I can't see my images good
Mhm.
enough, I make it mid. Still, if I can't see, I make it low. Still, if I find it really, really hard, I off my harmonics.
Mhm.
Okay? So it comes like this. So you just have to get it down. Still, if you can't see, off your harmonics. Okay?
Mhm.
And then we've got the dynamic contrast. So if you increase, it's the third button. Okay? If I increase it, I get a very contrasty, sharp image. If I decrease it, I get a very smooth image. So if I want to look at fibroids, endometrium, polyps, I increase it and keep it at 7.
That's one. That's the third. That's an important one
Yeah.
because
So these are the
sometimes
2 buttons which I wanted to tell you.
That's
Dynamic.
Yeah.
this. Oh,
This-
sorry.
This,
oh,
no
oh,
problem.
doesn't matter.
This and this.
Mhm.
Okay?
Frequency
Yeah.
and dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, all those. That's my problem.
Yeah.
The words. It's more if I look that I
Yeah.
think. Oh yeah, that is
Yeah.
much better. I'm not a technician. I'm just a stupid doctor. Oh, third one. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was sharper, more or less. Oh,
Yeah, no
and
problem.
it's the same area,
Yes,
more or
yes.
less.
And this is for the depth penetration if you want the
Yeah.
image to be more clear.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm sure you get fat patients, bulky patients,
Well,
you get thin patients.
yes.
Not all patients are the same, so you have to keep changing this.
Yeah, I'm very honest. I was too passive in that. Sometimes you
Yeah.
thought, well, and it's mainly because you don't expect to see anything. You know from the complaint already that I look, but I don't expect anything.
Yeah.
So you accept that your view is not that
Oh.
well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
And if I suspected a fibroid, you're more or less, it looks a
Yeah.
bit bulky, it is a fibroid,
Yeah.
and then you're less into
Correct. Yeah.
the picture because
Yeah.
you already make your next plan.
Yes, yes, it's true.
So I accepted it that I didn't see it that well, but it's nice. No, but it's nice to learn your machine a bit more. But,
Yeah,
but
true.
you know, you not always have that luxury that somebody
Yeah,
will
yeah,
take their
true,
time. Mm-hmm. Auto, what was that for?
It's for automatic
Automatic.
optimization of your image.
Okay, so if I, in general, if I'm a bit, you think, well, just put that
You
button.
can, yeah, use it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it, obviously for me it still has to sink in and work
Yeah,
with
just
it.
work with it. If you have
Exactly.
any issues, give me a call.
Work
Tell
with
me
it.
how, because I guess I come to Abu